Yo, what is good, guys? Daniel Savage here. And before I even get started on this video, I kind of want to let you know that I used to kind of depend on moving averages, simple moving average, exponential moving averages, EMAs, SMAs, whatever. I'll be super honest with you. Like, I don't really use them. I don't really use them. But, people want to know, people want to see, and people always ask me, and people want to have it on their chart. Like me, I've always just had it on my chart just to kind of just have it on my chart. At some points I feel like I did depend on them, but a lot of times they would let me down. And, to be super honest with you, like I'm just going to let you guys know that this could complicate your trading, and then it could also give you confluence and help you out with your entries. So basically, I'm going to just show you this moving average because the 50 SMA is probably the best moving average in the whole entire Forex game. Being super realistic, I used to have the MA8 and the EMA8 21. I used to have those moving averages, but those were kind of for like scalping on the 5 minute and stuff like that. Like they helped me a lot, like on 15 minutes sometimes, but more than anything, like 5 minute setups, like especially on gold. And to be super real with you guys, like honestly, I just kind of want to show you guys this one because this is probably the best one. And, this is the one that I have actually on my chart on my phone. It's not on my trading view, but I have it on my phone. And I rely more on this one than anything else. So I kind of want to explain to you why this one. This one I've always had. I've been using it for 4 years now, my whole entire trading career, due to the fact that the 50 SMA basically, the pros to it is basically that it kind of eliminates as many fake outs as possible. You have a better chance of not getting faked out if price is respecting the moving average. So I kind of want to show you here basically what it is, and I kind of want to show you. So notice how this was a huge push to the upside. So the moving average did take its time until it found its way back to price. So look at this. Notice how we're ranging here at this support here on the 4 hour. So notice how when we came back and retested it, maybe we could have gotten faked out. Like, hey, look, what if it's just a Fibonacci short, and this support breaks. Well, this moving average could have told you, hey, look, we just touched it, broke above it, and retested it. And that's what these moving averages are basically like. They're kind of like forms of support and resistance to kind of help you out in the trade. So as you guys can see, I'm just going to press play right now. Look at that. Notice how price went broke under, but then closed above. Same thing here. And before it continued its move. Now let me show you something real cool right here. What do we have right here as well? We have this type of support and resistance through a moving average, this little line, in our golden zone. And as you can see, we very much respected it like a form of support and resistance. So if you're going to use a moving average, you have to use it just like that, a type of form of support and resistance, but don't depend on it. Just kind of let it be there for that way you can be like, oh, okay, cool. Because supports and resistance, they get broken every day, B. You know what I'm saying? They always get broken and retested, and then they just get wrecked. So let's kind of see how this plays out. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. Price hasn't touched it yet. Boom, and finish. And this is just the 4 hour. Let's go to the 30 minute. On my phone today, I did enter a position right here off this moving average. Basically. So now let me kind of like trick you a little bit here. Notice how price was in the golden zone right here, but the moving average is a little bit under. What the candle did was, since it was so close and they act like forms of support and resistance and magnets, just like our supply and demand zone, basically price came, said, you know what, I'm just going to go and retest this one more time. And that's exactly what it did. It came and retested it on the 30-minute. And as you guys can see, boom, it held like a form of support. And boom, as you can see, trade, boom, came back down. And boom, came back up. And that was it for the day. So don't use these moving averages like something that, hey, I need it all the time. Because no, you don't really need it all the time. You don't always need it all the time. Look how it looks on the 15-minute. So look at this. Notice how we have market structure being broken to the upside right here. But look at this. You have to let this kind of be something to help you out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like confidence. Let's go over here. Replay. Boom. Now look, price melted to 764, where the moving average is. Broke under. Broke above. Retested it like a form of support. Came back down, and it melted right under. So it melted right under on the 15-minute. Let's see what it looks like on the 30-minute. Boom. That melt was basically it, retesting it on the 30-minute. So as you guys can see, it melted under on the 15-minute, but on the 30-minute, you guys can clearly see it respected it and then shot right back up. Boom. So at the end of the day, guys, when it comes to depending on this thing, you don't have to, but it's good to sometimes see there when your price inside your Fibonacci, or if you're on a Fibonacci setup, that hey, look, it's not going too well. What can I see? You know what I mean? We just broke under 764. We're screwed at this point. You know what I'm saying? So that moving average right there kind of basically is there, like I said, to kind of help you out psychologically. Now look at it. Notice how I respected the 30-minute moving average. Now look at this. If I would have been noticing it, paying attention to looking at all my time frames, look at this. Moving average is right here. Remember guys, moving averages are like supply and demand zone. They don't always get hit, but they do get hit. So notice how here on the 15-minute, the Fibonacci looks kind of good, but when you look at the 30-minute, it would look even better if it was like this. So now look, let's let this play out. Boom. Notice how that happened. So if you would have made this mistake to get in on this little setup, you could have been able to look at the 30-minute and realize, okay, what if I just drag my fib down here and make it look more of a way better looking setup? Because look at here on the 1 hour, this was hideous. It looks choppy. The 30-minute looks pretty good. You know what I'm saying? It's a straight boom push. The 15-minute kind of had a little range and then break above. And then you had worst comes to worst right here. So if you guys would have been looking at both your time frames to kind of be like, oh my God, what is happening? Okay, am I still good for this trade? You would have noticed, yes, boom, boom, boom. It was looking good. 15-minute kind of was okay, but 30-minute was the move, which will happen a lot. And then boom, you had this moving average there in order to kind of be like, oh, okay, cool. On the 30-minute, we closed and we rejected the moving average. You know what I'm saying? So kind of use that always as a thing there. Not something you have to depend on. Just kind of leave it there. So that way, worst case scenario, it does react to the moving average as a form of support resistance. Hopefully it's in your favor. If not, hey man, best of luck to you. All right, so let's look over here. Okie dokie. So notice how price gapped up above the moving average right here. It came and retested it multiple times before shooting up. Now look at this. Price broke down, started closing under it, retested it multiple times before shooting back down. Now look at this. Price again broke above, came back down and retested it. Same thing right here. As you guys can see, price came above, boom, broke it, retested it. So notice how price likes to react at this moving average. Look at that. Break, retest, retest, break under. No momentum to the downside, rejection at this actual level of support. Broke right back up, retested, retested, boom, gapped up. So notice how price likes to react to this moving average. It will happen. So the reason why I tell you don't let this thing actually control the way you trade, because like I said, it could confuse you. It could really, really confuse you. Because look at this. What happens when price is ranging? You don't even know what's happening. Let's give you a little bit more examples. And boom. Look at that. Price was kind of ranging in this and then broke under. Retested. Broke above. Came back. Used it. Boom. Kept going up. Look at that. So at the end of the day, guys, we were on a little downtrend, rejection, 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 broke above. Never came back to retest it, but it kept going up, no? Same thing here. Broke above, came back down, broke under, then shot up. Starts trading under. As you guys can see. Let's go to like... Look at that. Look how price reacts to it. So like I said, guys, just use the moving average in confluence with your trades. Just your trades. Don't worry about them. We got market structure being broken to the downside on this big push right here. As you guys can see, we had a 38 rejection. We had new lower lows. Boom. Price did come up. Now look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Price did come down. This is the golden zone. As you guys can see, it did break under, retested multiple times, even touching our golden zone before ferociously melting. Before ferociously melting over 288 pips. So like I said, guys, just let it be there so that way you guys can have some form of confluence and confidence and to kind of relax your anxiety. So anyways, guys, see you in the next one.